Yes, guys, welcome back to SFeatleyTV. It's time for the 2022 World Cup. First game, Qatar versus Ecuador. Let's do this.
Balotelli, Aguero! Premier League champions 2016. Leicester City!
Hope to see you soon. Well done. Bye-bye.
Fischer, Cazorla, Giroud again, Joe Wilson! It's Gerrard. That's a great strike! McCracken getting closer. Centre. It's Bergkamp. That's magnificent. Van Persie arriving. Oh, what a goal! What a goal by Robin Van Persie!
Yes, guys, we're live and it's time for Qatar versus Ecuador. Now, Manny, can you hear my commentary or not?
I can hear your voice.
No, can you hear the commentary?
No, it's muted. I've muted it.
No, my commentary.
No, I can't hear yours.
Right, good.
Why?
Right.
Have you muted yours
look,
as
Gary
well?
Lineker doing the BBC after his certain tweets about the fucking World Cup. What a
I always
fucking
liked
hypocrite.
ITV. I always liked ITV's coverage a lot better anyway. But as I said, we got Robert Pires, Wayne Rooney, and Sol Campbell in the studio here on my network. So, two Arsenal legends and a United legend, and two Englishmen and a Frenchman.
Big up to Moss, right, for becoming a YouTube member as well. Yeah, I'm getting a few more of these already. I'm gonna start having to do Q&A streams the way it's going, bro. Right. 4 hours ago, epic rant, stop crying about the guitar. Oh, that mate, I was watching that, bruv. I was watching that. That was Lee's Q&A last night. Let me have a look. And I get it right. It's just like Qatar, like Gary Lineker is moaning about Qatar. Yeah. Why the fuck are you here then? Oh wait, you're getting paid by BBC, ain't you? If you really cared about like the rights and everything about the World Cup, you wouldn't do it, would you? You know. I watched the whole stream of that Q&A with Lee, and I make his point absolutely slam dunk. People are bitching so much about it. You know it's going to happen. You know it's going to happen anyway. So just shut the fuck up. Let people watch it. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. Right? Learn it from someone who's not well. Learn it from someone who hasn't got a lot of time left. Yeah? Life's too short to complain about things that you can't change. Right? Simple enough. Simple enough. Anyway, let me have a look. I need to go to YouTube Studio, don't I? I need to shout out the members as well. Mate, if Qatar win this game, mate, you're gonna have a big news story on your head, you bald git. Like you ain't exactly like Mr. Sunshine and everything. Did you see that interview? Like that press conference? That was mad. Brilliant intro, Bergkamp all time. Yeah, absolutely. Master Stephen, Canadian Warriors. No George, good. Yeah, mate. Do you know what, Moss? If you want to come on now, I'll send you a link. I've just come off doing the Grand Prix as well, so I've literally had no time. I'm still copying the fucking overlays. for this game. So I really do apologise about that. But if you want to come on this show and you want to come on this watch along now, by all means, bruv, like come and join, bruv. Like, so what do you think to this game, Manny? Do you think like Ecuador going to be apparently $7.54 million apparently has been sent to Ecuadorian players to deliberately lose this game for Qatar. Right? Apparently, that is what's gone around. Right? And I share it. This is not just me on one particular source. It's on numerous sources. Right? Bribed 8 Ecuadorian players. Right? $7.4 million, and that's from businesstoday.in. Qatar from Business Today. We've got Fox News. We hope it's false. 11 match fixing claim. Are they going to do this all the way to the final now? Like
I sincerely hope it doesn't happen.
You're gonna see Brazil, Qatar in the final. You're gonna see a very controversial own goal from fucking Thiago Silva. Like, I tried to get it off, but you know, does have your Instagram? Don't have your Instagram or email stills. I'll send it now, bruv. I don't mind sending my internet in there, to be fair.
You know, if this really did happen...
I sent it to you in a private chat, man. Sorry, Moss. I sent... Whoa. Calm that down. I sent it to you in a private chat, Moss, to copy. And also his link. But anyway, do you know what you should do? Just pick the teams for him, mate. But Manny, what do you think, bruv? Do you think they're gonna succumb to the Qatari money today?
I genuinely hope they do not, and I do not think they will, because look, in the tournament such as this, the integrity of the not just the tournament is at stake, not just the game, but also the integrity of a nation. Okay, and I remember, of course, when Colombia made an exit from the 1994 World Cup. There were some severe and fatal consequences for one of the players. So you can tell that with the South American country involved, I don't believe that there is any way that they can afford to consider running the risk of damaging their reputation back home.
But it's still damaging to the host's reputation, isn't it?
In a way, yes, in a way. But then, I mean, are we really surprised given the fact that, you know, a great deal of money has been spent in the tournament?
And do you know what's funny? I watched that FIFA Undiscovered, right?
Mm-hmm.
I watched that FIFA Undiscovered documentary last night, and the guy who's a Qatarian, who was going for the bid, like, he was saying we wanted to like reject the stereotyping of Middle East buying this, buying that, buying this, buying that. Well, now you're trying to bribe fucking Ecuadorian players to win a game of football. Do you know you ain't gonna fucking win a game of football in this tournament? Like,
the tragedy is, Stephen, that Qatar actually were able to win the 2019 Asian Cup. Obviously, you know, they knew that they had an unwanted piece of history being the only country to host a World Cup without having ever qualified for it. So they wanted to do whatever they could to prove that they were worthy of that honor of being selected to play among the top teams in the tournament and not just being awarded that place out of a sense of charity. Now, though, if this has come up, you just wonder if there's anything more that has been swept under the carpet. And that's the consequence of all of these cases of corruption in sports. You just wonder how deep it could be. Whether it's the match-fixing scandal, which took place in cricket not too long ago, who's to say that even in football there might not be that nexus of illegal betting and bribery? So I am hoping that Ecuador will respond to that by saying, no, we're not going to accept your money. Our national pride is more important. And maybe in some cases, our lives are more important. And they've just, the teams are shaking hands, which means that the national
Yeah,
anthems have been played, and yet we
yeah,
haven't seen them singing. So,
I have seen him singing.
yeah, well, you have, but I haven't. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm sure they're going to show the lineups again,
They're
and
gonna
it looks as
show
though
Said Al Ashib
Al
in
Sheeb. Yeah,
goal.
I've got the names. I've got the names.
52.
Yeah,
So
Pedro
number
Miguel.
50. Some players, but Bardif in the middle, and Afif and Ali up front. Big up to B.X. Gunner. He's gonna send me the rest of the stickers, by the way.
Yeah.
I
Basically, Almoas will be.
I bought Kante and Benzema, but I've lost the Benzema sticker somewhere. I don't know why. I had it there.
Yeah. But anyway, back to the team in question. Almoaz Ali is the team's top scorer right now with about 42 goals, so he will obviously be key. Of course, with a 5-3-2 formation, their wing backs will be expected to bomb forward quite a bit more. But I know that Ecuador.
Do you know
what?
Do you mind me having Luke on the show or not? Up to you, bro.
Yes, I mind.
You do mind? That's fine. Don't mind me, man.
And now the captains are sort of exchanging pennants. Hassan
cool.
Al-Haydos of Qatar. And now we're coming up to the Ecuadorian lineup. They're playing a 4-4-2. Galindez in goals is a bit of a surprise. I thought it would be the more experienced Alexander Dominguez. Estupinian from Brighton, Hincapi, Torres, and Angelo Preciado are the defenders.
Yeah, I want to look at
along with
Casado.
Casado is in the midfield, in the centre of midfield.
Estrada,
and it
Valencia.
will be Valencia, of course, is captaining their team. And yeah, it's going to be a 4-4-2. So my guess is that with a more settled 4-4-2 lineup, we can look for the likes of, their wingers and their fullbacks to sort of try and bomb forward if they can. But, this is one of the reasons why I do not like BBC's coverage, because sometimes they get their formations all wrong. Yeah, but it would be Preciado and Estupinian, who are the right and left backs respectively. And then you've got Romario Ibarra on the left wing and Gonzalo Plata on the right. And then, of course, Michael Estrada and Valencia. I don't know why they haven't mentioned his full name. 41 goals in 92 games for Qatar, Almoaz Ali. So he will obviously be key. And I wonder just what service he will be provided by that three-man midfield. Exactly. Should be an interesting game.
Benmar injured anyway. Yeah, like we're cool, Luca. Don't mind. Like I said, it's just.
And so Qatar look to be attacking from right to left, and they will be kicking off with. It looks like Almoez and Afif in the centre.
Are we having a countdown? Something 5, 4.
No countdown as such. It'll be the referee's whistle. No,
yeah. Here we go. We're off. Straight ball up the top. Long ball up the top. And headed away by Ecuador. Now that would have been a fucking lightning start, wouldn't it?
Yeah, lightning striking there. But obviously, Qatar are trying to start as quickly as they can, and trying to press a little bit further. But Ecuador so far, been the better of them.
Miss Mel, how are you doing, my love? Pleasure. I'll have a drink on you. Yeah. So Qatar playing across the back at the minute. Got in possession. I'm having to lean a little bit like this because like my kitchen TV's there. So I'm watching it, but it's a little bit like not directly at us. But you can still watch it.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to keep my freaking left foot up because it's full of fluid. This is great.
Right. And as you can see, I have to uniquely position my head in such a way that the reflection from the TV screen on the mirror will not be seen. So, I mean, not that people can see the logo or the graphics anyway, but
I
still,
don't think you'd be
don't
able to
take any
see it
chances.
anyway, bruv, to be honest.
But here's the thing, and now we have an injury. It looks as
Is
though,
he already? No way.
yeah, Moises Caicedo from Brighton Hove
Caicedo.
Albion is down. Yep, clutching
Jeez.
his knee, and it is
Nah, he's gonna be
colliding
alright.
into
Oh,
Roro.
he landed on that awkwardly. He'll be alright.
Yeah,
He'll be alright.
yeah, sure. Like his
Unknown. Sorry, unknown. How you been, bro? I didn't see you in time, bruv. Good evening. Yeah, Mr. Good Evening is Aston Villa now, ain't he? So, yeah. Well, look. In terms of the Arsenal gossip column, the hot off the press show, they are put off. Right, we're doing 2 watch-alongs a day at the minute, so like we're not gonna be doing the news shows unless we can find time later on in the tournament to do them. We will be able to do a match review show where we can do a match review predictions. It's a goal. We got a goal. It's Valencia.
Yep.
The first goal of the World Cup, and it's only 2 minutes in. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Technically 3 minutes in because of the 3rd minute, but, you know, once again, some pretty, shaky defending there. The goalkeeper, Al-Sheeb, came out to try to collect that, but ended up, not getting anywhere. And this is one of the reasons why I don't think Qatar will do too well, because for all of their attacking ability, defensively, they might look a bit clumsy. And that's the risk you take with a 5-3-2. So Southgate, better watch out, son. Pick your defense wisely.
Yeah, I'm trying
and
to find
so it was, basically brought about by
I ain't done it. Hang on, sorry. I need to go back on my fucking. I ain't done it. Out of all the scores, I ain't done Ecuador 1-0. Jesus Christ.
It was Felix Torres who pretty much made it happen with that cross-come shot, hooking it into the penalty area. Nobody was able to get there, and the Ecuadorian captain, Enner Valencia, obliging. And clearly Al-Sheeb is not happy. Golden Glove win in the Asia Cup, but he's literally berating his defense. The captain comes up trumps.
I would be berating my defense if that happened to me.
Yep.
It's a 1-0 Ecuador.
Well, they're checking the goal for some reason. It might be. It's gone to VAR.
Mate, that's a goal.
No, they're checking it for some. They're checking it maybe for a possible offside or maybe a handball in the build-up. I don't know.
Nah, that's a goal.
The coach for Ecuador is Gustavo Alfaro, Argentinian. Coached a lot of Argentinian club sides, and the goal has been confirmed. So it is Qatar 0, Ecuador 1, and the first goal of.
Told you it's a goal. First goal of the World Cup.
Yep, first goal of the World Cup.
Fuck it, should have picked Valencia as my goal scorer, Moss.
No, wait. It has been disallowed. Offside.
What? How?
Well, we're taking.
Oh, it's a foul on the keeper.
No, it's not a foul on the keeper. What happened was that Valencia just he might have just strayed offside a bit just before the ball was crossed in. No, he did. He did. The cameras are on him right now, so he just strayed slightly offside before Torres kicked that. Now, had he waited a little bit, it would have, stood. But sadly,
there you go.
It's all about fine margins, and so 3 minutes into the World Cup, we have some controversy.
Right, the World Cup is here. Who's your support? Well, I'm an England supporter, but I ain't going with fuck all. So, unless I have a miracle. So, I'm going to have to. Look, I don't really mind if Brazil or Argentina win it. The only reason I probably would prefer Brazil is Argentina is more political reasons, to be fair. I'm not getting into it. And also, but I wouldn't. The reason I wouldn't mind though Argentina winning it is because let me think. Oh yeah, it will it will give Messi his World Cup and shut the Ronaldo fanboys up.
Agreed. I
Love
remember,
it.
of course, when the Copa America final was being played, I had to choose between Brazil and Argentina. I said that
Yeah.
because of Messi and Martinez, Emi Martinez, I wouldn't mind Argentina winning. But because I had more friends from Brazil, they tipped the scale. Vai o Seleção. Boa sorte,
Goals
faça bem.
Lazo, Newark doing this. I'm Matthew as well. I mean, Canada worked over in Qatar. In Europe, September, Canada had the ball and dominated the Qataris. I miss my heart. Is it at the Qataris or is it Qatarians? I don't know. I don't want to be offensive to anyone. Moss, great show yesterday, brother with King. So it's Stephen, big up. All good here. Thanks, Miss Melina. I'm waiting for my snow. Snow here. Love it. You love it when it snows. Fuck off. I don't. It's too fucking. And I can't stand it. It's too cold. Right. If you're gonna do it on Christmas Day. I mean, it never does. Right. Man, I
And it's in the
thought
penalty area now, but once again defended away. And so Ecuador, if it's any
hang on, just trying to go for the chat here. Can see it's still they disallowed the offside. There was no offside. There is bollocks. This is fixed.
No, I'm going to disagree. It was marginally offside, but I'm surprised they haven't used that new offside technology like they've been doing in the Premiership. So it's ridiculous, really. They need to show us
everyone's saying that decision is like offside, no way. I didn't see an offside. I swear down, I didn't see an offside. I did see that was offside, mate. Sorry, I don't see it.
I mean, I'm not exactly a trained eye, but I knew that Enner Valencia didn't quite time his run. He just went a little bit further before the ball was crossed in.
Well,
and this time Al-Sheeb's able to punch that away. And
Moss has just watched the replay a few times and apparently says it's very dodgy. I've only seen it once. I can't go back and rewind it.
Well, if by dodgy he means marginal, then yes. But we should have another replay of that. I think Sol Campbell, Robert Pires.
I didn't see the offside in it, mate. Huh? I didn't see the offside in it at all. I didn't see it.
No, I told you. Listen, he just
half time. I want to see it at half time. I want to see it.
You will see it at half time, definitely. But that's a definite foul on the would have been goal scorer, and it will be a free kick. And now, as you can see, Ecuador have parked themselves in Qatar's half. So, maybe you miss out on one goal because it leads to a better goal and maybe a goal rush. So here's hoping.
Yeah. They called it because the keeper came out and missed it, and maybe even wasn't even play it at all. Yeah. Qatar will not want shows. The refs are now millionaires, brown envelopes. Well, apparently $7.4 billion was offered to 8 Ecuadorian players. All right. VAR already doing the dirty. I'm telling you, everyone's saying it's not offside. It was not offside. What planet are you on? Valencia did not go for the ball in the first phase of play. What are you watching? Serious?
Dan, listen, mate, Dan,
I said it was
I'm going to respond to you right now, okay? Because when you take a look at the first passage of play, Al-Sheeb went for the ball and he missed it. Then it came out to Felix Torres, who hooked it over. Now,
mate, I think
before he hooked it. No, listen, let me just speak to Dan, okay? Before he hooked it over, Valencia had just wandered marginally offside. So, had he timed his run perfectly, he would have gotten the ball well and it would have been a legitimate goal. So, it's one of those things which happens. It was very marginal, but it was called. We're going to have to move on, okay?
Nah, for me, it was called because the keeper missed it. I swear.
But we're going to see what happens right now. It's an Ecuadorian corner. And
anyway, we'll move on for now.
Exactly. It's an Ecuadorian corner. And they're going to continue to attack and attack and attack.
I left my predictions upstairs. What did I predict for this game?
I predicted 2-0 to Ecuador.
I think I was more the same, 1-0, 2-0. Come on. Let's see this corner. Fucking hell, ref. Let it get on with it, for fuck's sake.
Why
he's not doing anything.
We are suffocating.
No. Look, what is the ref on about? He's just tackling for the ball next to the keeper. He isn't doing anything. Like, just shut the fuck up and do it, man. Matt, hi, hey, Stephen, man, big up, Stack. Hope you're doing well, my friend. I reckon they are secretly paid behind the scenes. I've seen corruption, but during the Static, $7.4 billion apparently been offered to 8 Ecuadorian players to lose this game on purpose. I'm not joking. This is from numerous sources. Numerous sources. Look, numerous sources. Explosive 8 players in a match fixing deal just to win a game. And I think Qatar they're not going to win a game.
Ecuador can see the throw, so now we see a rare phase of. Yep.
Oh, it wasn't come on.
Yep.
Nah. So basically, the tip of his, because the tip of his knee's fat, he's offside. Fuck, God's sake. Come on. That's...
Well, to everyone who's watching, at least you've got your confirmation. Although I stand corrected in that it was not Enner Valencia who was offside. It was Michael Estrada.
Qatar trying to bribe Ecuadorian team to lose this game. Exactly. Brown envelopes being dished out, bro. No lie.
One of 4 players in the 5 players in the Ecuadorian squad who play in Mexico. Estrada is with Cruz Azul. Secret bank account. To be fair, that offside. The reason I didn't see it is because it's so close. It was that close. You probably couldn't see it unless, most of us in the chat thought it was. Oh, and they're through. It's got to be a pen. Yep. It is a penalty.
That's got to be a pen. Now, is that an off?
Nope. And it's a yellow card for Sirado.
He was going to score. Penalty to Ecuador.
I told you, you miss out on something. Something better comes up.
This will prove if there's brown envelopes. This will prove there's brown envelopes. Danny says apologizes.
Why would there be brown envelopes now? Because look, you see, I'll shoot
no, Manny, you know why? Because they'll deliberately miss it. If he scores it, then they've said, fuck off, we're not having a deal.
Yep. Exactly. It reminds me of that scene in Titanic where Murdoch is offered cash by Hockley to get him safely, but then Murdoch throws that money back in his face. Hopefully, Valencia will be a Murdoch.
Mate, can we not that stupid film? I kept telling everyone to sink and then they found the cinema.
All those Qataris watching him right now, trying to say, don't you dare score this penalty. Valencia against Al-Sheeb.
Valencia.
Who will win?
Oh, it's a goal. He's told them to get stuff. Take your brown envelopes and set on fire. 1-0 Ecuador.
Stick your brown envelopes where the sun doesn't shine.
Looks like you can't bribe yourself out of this one. Maybe try Senegal. Maybe you'll try them.
And what a celebration! All kneeling together, giving thanks to the Almighty.
Yeah, I saw all that. I saw all that when I was trying to download it. Stephen Manny, I just came to say hello to both you and that you guys have a great show. My Wi-Fi is really bad right now. I will find a better connection around the hotel I'm at. Yeah, if you do, don't worry. But enjoy the game, bruv. If you can't stay around, you're always supporting the channel, so I don't mind. Or anytime you, yeah, I'll shut up. Qatar looking like they're going to get smashed at all. They are they're garbage, mate. The only reason they're there is because they're the hosts. Let's not beat around the bush. They are there because of the host, right? And this is probably their only chance of winning a game. Or as a host nation ever not as a host nation ever drew or got have not got a point in at all in the World Cup, or not ever won a game.
I'll have to check on that. Let me see.
I don't think they have.
Well, I mean, I could look that up for you, but here's the thing. I know that in 2010, South Africa failed to qualify for the second stage.
Yeah,
although
but
they did beat France in the final game.
Yeah, they did win a game. That's what I'm saying. Did they win a game?
Yeah, they did. So I'm going to look that up right now.
I just read what you said in the private chat, mate. He said, yeah, I'm just not with the. I'm just trying to be on all sides with everyone now, you know. Throughout this World Cup, because I want to have fun with everyone with this World Cup. To be fair, like,
yeah, I get that.
I know people have differences, and I know people can have their differences with different people. But for me, I want everyone around me that support me, despite having differences with other people. So, and I want them to be part of this World Cup with me. Oh, Ecuador through again. Oh, he's headed over the bar. He's taking the keeper.
There's a collision with the keeper as well.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure both of them will be fine. Al Sheep's clutching his stomach at the moment.
That was a great ball. It was a great ball in. Was he? He might have. And he's just onside. Just onside, I would bet. And he came in. Unfortunately, he got underneath the. It was underneath. He was never gonna. He never got
Michael
over
Estrada
the top of that ball.
Yeah, Estrada probably should have timed his weighted and then got a better header on target.
Yeah, should have got
went a bit too early there.
Valencia 2 plays before goal. All right, too bad bicycle fit player misses out on an assist. Yeah, mate. This is the group that England will get if we go to the last season. I just hope we don't get Holland. You mean Netherlands? I don't know why the English call them Holland. Everyone else doesn't. Alfonso says he's good to go. Says he can play Belgium. Sprint in today. They're saying, yeah, Alfonso Davies, Jonathan David as well. I think I went for Jonathan David as one of my top strikers.
Yeah. And so to answer your question, I don't think there's ever been a case where a host has failed to make the first round. Not been beaten.
Win a game.
Every single host so far has won a game in the tournament.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And that's why they tried to get it this.
Yeah.
Brilliant, man. Any? Qatar ain't going in. Yeah, well, yeah, they ain't going anywhere. They only have to walk home.
I'm not too sure why the referee didn't play advantage there, but Valencia's down, and the Qataris are forced into desperate lunges. Al Moizali there with a rather ill-advised kick, catching him there.
Yeah.
Didn't make complete contact with him, but there was a bit of a nick, and that was enough to have deemed to have stopped a potential attacking opportunity. So Al Moizali, another Qatari in the books.
Another Qatari in the book. They could have dealt with a few body in the group stages.
Another one's in the book. Boom, 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 boom.
No. Just ouch. Ow, my bloody nose. Ever since the start of warfare, this nose has been a nightmare. Fuck me. It's always bleeding. It just gets so dry and it bleeds out. Got any more there? Yep. Fuck it, if I don't eat any dinner, I could give a fuck. Not actually too bad because the doctor should tell you you can drink whatever you bloody well want now.
Right, so
there is a plus side to it.
Almost twice as much possession as the Qataris have had.
Only host not to qualify out of his group is South Africa. Yeah, yep. I just meant win a game. Yeah, there's only won a game. So because I couldn't see Qatar losing all 3 games. They'll lose all 3 games.
Especially against the AFCON champion Senegal and the Dutch, who will look to impress. So they will need to get a result in this game to give their team some hope.
Right. By the way, guys, also, if I message you at some point saying that I need help with some streams, first of all, just tell us no, F off. You're gonna do 2 watch-alongs a day. Just keep us motivated. Because it can easily top. The Dutch game, the other game in this group, the Dutch game, Saeed, if you see his link is in the video description. Saeed's channel is in the video description. And he said he wanted to cover the Senegal games and the Brazil games. So as he supported Senegal, I'll be joining his watch along for that game. I'll be doing obviously the England game. So that'll be my one stream for that day. I might be able to fit an F1 stream in there at some point as well. But finally that season's over. Fuck me. I'm sorry. And I just have to say, by the way, on the F1 side, Perez ended up third in the championship because Max couldn't give up his first. He couldn't give up his win so he can finish first and get ahead of Leclerc. Selfish. So, yet the season before, Perez had held Hamilton up so that Max could try and win the championship at the very end. After all he'd done for him, and all he needed was to get second place. Selfish prick. That's Verstappen for you. Saw Verstappen's true colours. Loved it. Loved every minute of it. Proved me
Glad
right.
It makes you happy. I'll tell you one thing.
And do you know what? It's just funny when it all broke out because it all broke out in the previous race because he didn't let him through because he was trying to fight for second, right? And he didn't let him through even though it was about 7th or 8th, right? And he said, "I have my reasons." Bullshit. He had reasons, right? And then his mother. This is why Verstappen's like he is. His mother comes out and says, "Oh, Perez has been cheating on his missus." Who fucking comes out with that? Like, dickhead. Honestly. His whole family, a bunch of wankers. Honestly, bunch of arrogant fucks I've never heard in my life. Like, Jos Verstappen's bitter because he's fucking. He's been. The only thing he was famous for was being Schumacher's second driver. And Red Bull, well, as soon as they get a Star Academy driver in their car, right? You know what I mean? It's it doesn't become Red Bull racing; it becomes Max Verstappen racing.
I get that. I actually stopped
They
being interested in.
2013. You saw it with Vettel. Right? Vettel did it in 2013, and the history just gone and repeat itself in that team. You would get it in Mercedes, bro. Like, it's
Yeah.
like
Well, that's the
player
thing.
power. It's like player power in football. It's like the
I get
Cristiano
that.
thing, and all these Cristiano fanboys around the guy at Man United. Yeah.
I get that. I get that. And I actually stopped watching F1 for the most part because, I mean, whenever Rubens Barrichello would be ahead of Schumacher during a race, with a potential 1-2 finish for Ferrari at the time, only that it would be
Yeah, they got
Barrichello
criticised
first
for
and
it.
Schumacher second.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
remember
mean,
2002.
they would force Barrichello. They would force Barrichello to give up that lead,
Yeah.
and that really wasn't fair in any way. It was as if everything was just so designed to make sure that
in a
Schumacher wouldn't
season
suffer.
in a season where Schumacher's dominating, like 2002 or 2004, 2001, 2003, there were instances where I got it because their title fight was still well on. Like 2003, it went really down to the last race, so you can understand why. And people say, well, Hamilton had it with Bottas. Well, actually, in the first season with Bottas, he let Bottas get Bottas let him through to try and catch the Ferraris in Hungary, and when he couldn't on the last corner, despite all the pressure from behind, he let Bottas through right at the end.
Right. And now another card's being shown, this time to
Another show
Casiero.
card. Casiero is in the book.
Yep. Clearly,
Whoa,
this game has
fuck.
started to become not just cagey, but also a little bit edgy in a way. And clearly, Qatar want to get themselves a goal.
Money.
What? You all right?
No, my head's spinning. Please don't. Not live. Not when I'm live. This encephalopathy's getting to me, bro. Fuck it. It's nothing. Dizzy, that's all.
Get some food in you soon. Yeah, so as I've said, clearly Qatar want to go.
Mate. I'm full.
What?
I've eaten plenty. I'm full.
Some water will definitely do you good, yeah? Yeah, Melina's asking that question, how could that be a yellow card? I'm pretty certain the replays...
I don't understand that's a shock anymore. As known for years, the first driver and the second. Yeah, but I've never seen it done from Hamilton. Hamilton's always been fairly honest. Like, only a couple of times that it went, only because the championship's on the line.
I mean, even when Nigel Mansell was driving, he was the first driver, but if Riccardo Patrese, his second driver, would come ahead of him, he would be allowed to win because, if it's a Williams win, it means they win the Constructors' Championship. And you still get points for high finishes in races anyway.
Oh, what beautiful. A goal. Beautiful goal by Valencia.
Yep, and that's my 2-0 prediction. Can you just excuse me a minute, please?
Yeah, go. I'm trying to find the score now. There it is, 2-0. 2-0, beautiful goal. Well worked. And Qatar really looking like they are. Ooh. I didn't know what we're going to expect. Quite, you're looking glum about it, but what did you expect?
Yeah,
You're
but let's
asking the
just take a
best
look at this
players of the
wonderful piece
planet
of
to
work.
come in.
Casiedo again. That cross
Oh,
is
it's
exquisite, and
onside.
this
He's
time
perfectly onside.
definitely onside. Went back
Definitely
in.
onside.
Beautiful
If that
bullet
is
header down
offside,
into the
if that
bottom
is
corner.
offside by his fucking toenail, I'm gonna flip my lid.
No, but that just goes to show how dominant Ecuador have been. Once again,
Yeah.
Estrada jumping but not getting it, and Enna Valencia, the captain, showing how it's done. A tracer bullet into the bottom corner, no chance for Saad Al-Sheikh.
The
And you can
crosses are
see how
brilliant.
much it means.
Enna Valencia for Golden Boot already, yeah, bruv.
Well, Qatar have been very, lavishly luxurious.
Cavatar. Cavatar. Oh, sorry, Qatar. Sorry. Wait, maybe you should pay them some more money, bruv. Maybe you should up it to $10 million.
I wonder if the fact that those 8 players being involved meant that they're not in the starting lineup tonight.
I'll bet you they are. They've just done that. That's a big, massive FU. And is that their first opportunity on target?
Well, that was off target. It was an opportunity, but a wasted opportunity at that. And again, that crossover there from...
Would you mind carrying on? Because I've got to go to the loo.
Yeah, by all means. So we can see the crossover there from the Ecuadorian number 17. I did say that it was Preciado with a precious-looking crossover there, which was sort of hooked in, and Valencia showing how it's done. And once again, this time the entire squad is on their knees and celebrating. So it looks as though the hosts are on a hiding to nothing. And despite offering nothing but luxury as hosts, Ecuador are proving to be very, very bad guests. And now we see the attacking might of Ecuador coming to the fore, and Pedro Carvalho, who is otherwise known as Roro, getting himself into the action there, colliding with Estrada. So Estrada certainly looked good, trying to get into positions and cause a nuisance, but not really been able to make his dominance count. And it's his skipper, Supreme, who's come up trumps here. But now we have an Ecuadorian free kick. It is Estupiñán who will be taking it. Estupiñán, one of the 3-man Brighton and Hove Albion contingent in the Ecuadorian squad. About 10 minutes to go, plus stoppages before half-time. And once again, headed into the penalty area, but this time it can be cleared away. And once again, Preciado is able to pass it back to Hernan Galindez. A surprise selection, of course, because I would have thought that it would have been the number 22, the very experienced Alexander Dominguez, who would have been picked to start. But 12 caps for Galindez, his 13th tonight. I think we weren't even able to do team news, so I'm going to just check on that and see if... Yeah, and still we have some more action. This time it is in the Ecuadorian half, but nothing of it. But Hassan Alheidos, the Qatar captain, trying his best to create something out of nothing. Not quite succeeding. The return of mascots. Didn't really get to see the opening ceremony. Not really into much of that. But this time around. Just trying to take a look for some team news, but once again, Ecuador continuing to attack, and another foul committed, and another booking for Qatar. So, Qatar might be dressed in maroon, but at the moment, the color is yellow. Yellow on the Ecuadorian jerseys, and yellow on the cards that have been dished out to the Qatar players. Coming in late over there. I don't know just what Karim Boudiaf was thinking there, but He's caused a bit of trouble, and
this is Qatar punishment for making. There you go. We didn't freaking want to do punishment for making the whole world have to watch the World Cup in November. Yeah,
so
yeah. Mate. January, you can look at Qatar as a reason taking all your men. Yeah, like this is the last thing I wanted. This is the one season I really didn't want Arsenal to go on such a start they had. Like, you know what I mean, bro? Because they had to stop halfway through. But they, like, have you heard about the Ronaldo to Chelsea rumours?
I'm really certain Chelsea wouldn't want him now after what's happened with the interview.
Though apparently they'll happily take him if Man United sack him. Todd Bowley said he would have
I
him.
really can't see that happening. I really can't see that happening.
Mate, if that happens, like Chelsea are fucked.
You bet. Unless Potter decides to muck him up first. Ecuadorian free kick into the penalty area.
Yeah,
and
but
safely into the hands of Saad Al-Shib.
if Ten Hag can't manage Cristiano Ronaldo, how do you think Potter's gonna do? Yeah, there's respect, Potter. Fucking hell, mate. No, he ain't.
Of course. And I'm pretty certain that if Bowley trusts Potter enough to give him a long-term contract, at least this time around, after watching the news, he'll see that Ronaldo isn't really worth the risk. Either way, it just goes to show that sacking Tuchel was really a stupid decision.
Yeah. Well, he said no.
Excellent defending there from Ecuador, and they can now break forward. So clearly their footwork has been really good. Caicedo at the heart of it. Excellent passing there. And does this find Valencia? No, it doesn't. The Qatari defender tracks back brilliantly.
Have a November World Cup in Canada in 4 years. See how everyone survives. No, no, I'll be all right, man. I am not doing that. The Qatar coach looks like a version of Eric Ten Hag.
To be honest, Matty. To be honest, mate. When I take a look at him, the first person who comes to my mind is Steve Clarke, manager of Scotland.
Oh, mate, that's funny, you know.
Well, certainly, if Eric Ten Hag were to pack on the pounds, he'd look like that. But
Miss
really,
Mel,
he really
watching the game. Good, Miss Mel. I'm gonna drop the link in at half time. Anyone wants to comment in half time, give their thoughts and their opinions, you can do.
Yep. Yep. Qatar haven't even had a shot on target. One thing I can tell you right now is now they've adopted that Viking wave, and also they adopted that little celebration where they jump up in unison. So it's always a good sight to see these celebrations in the World Cup. But these people should know you only do that after a game, not during a game. 40 minutes in. Qatar haven't even had a shot on target. Ecuador have found the back of the Qatari net 3 times, with 1 goal being disallowed. Qatari attack now. Afif there with an attempt, sort of shut down almost immediately, but it's back with Afif now. Passes it through to Alheidos, but Caicedo's there to intercept. But another scramble, and it goes out for a goal kick. So a few small bursts of counter-attacking, but as you would say, all flatulence and no feces.
Manny,
yes?
Put in the private chat. Wait for Cristiano to fuck off from me. From my... Oh, wow. Fuck.
Frankly, I can't wait for him to FO full stop. If I never see him in the Premiership again, it'll be too soon. And then Piers Morgan can write another love song to his heart's content. Still back in the Qatari half, trying to build something here. Budhaif again, who was booked earlier on, commits another silly challenge, but goes unpunished. Preciado with a precious intervention there. He was the one who provided that brilliant assist for Ecuador's second goal.
Manny, well done the other day on Tony Claude debate show in Vale. Yeah, that was a mad stream. I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty mad, to be fair.
I think, down in his heart, Tony also knows in his heart of hearts that what Ronaldo did was wrong, but maybe he wanted to play the devil's advocate to make sure he had a stream talking about the bigger picture and all of that.
Well, I mean, obviously,
by the way,
it's
thanks,
not
Mel.
just. By the way, obviously, I'm glad you sent me the link. So I wanted to come on and get on his channel for at least 10 minutes or half an hour or so, because I've been meaning to for ages and haven't been able to make it happen. We'll definitely do a one-on-one with Tony Claude. Don't worry about that. Miss Mel's got something in the pipeline as well when she gets back. So we'll make sure. And Mel, I'm definitely 100% with you on that one. You can count on me on that one, even if I'm on my fucking deathbed. Trust me, I'll be up and I'll be doing it. I'll just be like, all right, guys.
Yeah. I mean, the timings.
This would be a ball 1-0 to Qatar. Mate, knew it. But FIFA said if you're shit Qatar, no. But Nuri, they offered $7.4 million to Ecuador to lose this game on purpose to 8 Ecuadorian players, and they all said no because they scored 2 goals and just went like that.
Well, there is some concern. There is some concern now because Ana Valencia had to be helped off by a couple of physios, so Ecuador are temporarily down to 10 men.
Mm-hmm.
I can only hope for their sake it's not too serious because they've played brilliantly so far. And Qatar have not even had a sniff. Afif, Al-Murzali, Haydos have not been able to get into the game at all. Yeah?
You know how Saeed was going on about Uruguay?
Yep.
He got Uruguay and lost it draw.
Be careful what you wish for because you will end up getting it. That's why.
He got it in his snake draft.
And that is one of the reasons
when he
why.
picked him, I was like, I can't. And then he picked Darwin Noodles as well. I was like, fuck me.
Yeah, mate, this is the reason why I'm not involved in these.
And he's fucking picked both of them.
Yeah, that's not really funny though, because obviously as an African, he obviously feels for the Ghanaian team who were robbed that day. And
I know, I understand that, but it's just making me laugh the fact that he can't stand and he's now got to sit there saying, "Oh, they fucking won. It's really helped me in my fucking draft."
Mate, listen. If you can understand how he
someone did a suit steak and I picked Tottenham.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Imagine how I felt in 2014.
Actually, no, I actually would just throw it back in the drawer and said, I'm not having it.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Just imagine how I'd be feeling. I mean, in 2014, I was cheering for England loudly, but then they lost 2-1 to Italy with Balotelli scoring both goals. Can't stand him. And for Suarez to score both goals when Uruguay beat them, that was a real kick in the teeth. And then I had a lot of people coming at me saying, hey,
and then
you said karma is really the B word and you were making fun of Suarez. Where are you now? Come and show your face.
Yeah, Costa Rica beat us as well?
No, we drew against them. Yeah, that was Lampard's final England match.
Didn't they?
Yeah, they did. I think they beat both Uruguay and Italy, and they drew against us to top the group.
Yeah.
At least we kept a clean sheet in that game. Ben Foster did well. That was Frank
Exactly,
Lampard's
bruv.
final game as
Exactly.
manager.
God, mate, that's why I didn't want to hear anything about fucking 24. I just find it funny. Like how he was going on about fucking Uruguay.
But that's one of the reasons why I don't like making fun of this, because what you give comes back to you in return. You know what I mean? It's karma.
No, Stevie, you got Tottenham in the sweeps today. I can't, mate. I'll be chucking it back in. I'll be chucking it back in, Bob. I'm not having it. I'd like. I don't care.
Yeah, I told y'all, none of these sweepstakes shenanigans for me. None of that for little old me. Y'all hear?
What the
My half-assed attempt at doing a southern
What
American
the
accent.
fuck are you on? Honestly, 5 minutes of stoppage. Jesus Christ.
Well, what can you do? There have been numerous challenges. There was the VAR, and 5 minutes sounds appropriate. But because Qatar are not going to score, Ecuador are not going to concede. They've so far repelled every single attack quite well. Qatar haven't had a shot on target.
Literally, they literally could just pass their way through the next half of this game.
They could. I just wonder what kind of subs the coaches will want to bring on, because I mean, I don't know too much about the Ecuadorians.
And like version of Eric Ten Hag. I've just seen him. Look, he fucking is.
Yeah, but to be honest, he reminds me more of Steve Clark.
Nah. Yeah, I give it. Like, he didn't do too bad at West Brom one time, didn't he? But fuck, yeah, I'm sorry. I can see it. I can see it. Oh, jeez. What the fuck? Qatar, any offense to come? Probably not. See why Qatar needed to bribe their way to a World Cup. They never qualified on sporting merit in a million years. Shambles so far. You got to big up Saudi Arabia actually, because Saudi Arabia did actually do it on their own merit. They played very well in their qualifiers. I checked out the results.
No, but listen, here's the thing. I followed Saudi Arabia since the 90s. In 1994, they qualified for their first World Cup in the US and actually did well to make the second stage.
I forgot about 94. We won
they beat Belgium, and they beat Morocco and beat Belgium. They lost to the Netherlands, and I believe they lost in the second stage to Sweden, but they really showed that teams from that region could compete. But ever since then, they haven't done anything at all well. In 98, they were first-round casualties. In 2002, they were first-round casualties, losing 8-0 to a Miroslav Klose-inspired Germany at that. 2006, they did sweet FA. 2010.
I get the hint.
Yeah.
I get the hint.
So they're tigers. They're tigers in qualifying, but lambs to the slaughter when it comes to the main tournaments.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because obviously it's a different level being in the finals, isn't it? I'm sorry, but would beat Qatar. No, there's no U in it. It's just Qatar, mate. Can't score.
Yeah, but a crossover here and very nearly an attempt.
Oh, how's he missed?
Just like Michael Estrada, he mistimed his jump. But you can see at least now it's taken them long enough, but they've come into the game. And some excellent work over there from...
it was excellent work on the right-hand side. And if... he just gets something on it. It's like he ducks away. Look, he ducked away from it.
Yeah, and he knows how close he was.
If he
and the
got
coach
something
does too.
on that would have been a goal. And there you go.
And that is the first half. Excellent work.
Well.
Yep, excellent work there from Pedro Carvalho and Hassan Alheidos to combine for that. But
what? They're going into this. Oh yeah, they are going in. I thought they were doing doing the whole city, doing a fucking team tour outside. Know what I mean, bruv?
No, that wasn't City. That was that was Hull City. Yeah, with Phil Brown.
That's what I said. Hull City. In the Emirates, isn't it?
And since then, Phil Brown has never managed in the Premiership, and for that, I'm grateful. Oh, by the way, Shay,
I didn't even notice I put you in it. It was, yeah, it's all correct, isn't it, Bob? Yeah.
Yeah.
Shane, I
By
know
the way,
Qatar.
Shane, I know that Ireland are playing Malta later tonight, so good luck to you all.
But saying Ireland will beat them 3-0 is laughter. Oh my god.
Yeah, Dan, listen, that's a cheap shot. I was on a watch along for the Ireland-Norway game with Del Boy Gunner, and we saw some patches of quality in Ireland, and obviously in the
Yeah,
likes
there
of
was more quality in this than Qatar has shown in this game right now.
yeah, exactly. In Obafemi and Ogbene, the two Nigerians, when they combine together, they certainly provide a very powerful front line. And
That Nketiah playing. he's that Nketiah
actually,
playing for
that
Qatar.
happens
That's
to be
his sort of
Qatar's
miss.
leading scorer now. So yeah, you're right. It is his sort of miss.
I'm
Except for
calling
Nketiah's
that
much
guy
shorter.
Nketiah from now on. Hey, Nketiah's missed it again.
Yeah, you do you, son.
No,
You
do
do
you
you.
remember the last watch along we did with Nketiah? What fun! It's just it's Nketiah.
Yeah, I mean you're
That's all
being a
you
bit
have to
harsh.
say. It's
You're being
Nketiah.
a bit harsh there. He does have some ability, but it is what it is. And
Oh,
yeah,
come on.
so listen, Dan, Ireland do have some quality, but that day they just weren't able to get it together. They will
Right,
have played Malta, but I'll tell you one thing: if Ireland fail to beat Malta, and I know that Del Boy, Kyle Walsh, and everyone else will agree with me, Stephen Kenny's got to go.
Okay, I've put the link in the chat. Anyone wants to come on at half time and give their thoughts on the game, please come on and have your say. You're more than welcome to. Yeah, half time, give your thoughts, and then obviously, just for half time only that 15 minutes, and then at full time we'll do one at the end of the full time as well. So you get a chance to have your say at the end of the game as well. We should have been Portugal twice last year, by the way, but lost and drew because of Ronaldo's brilliant headering. Yeah. Yeah, the only thing he's headering is out of the freaking football club. Like, double quick. Jez, I'd love to get your thoughts on the Ronaldo. Big up, Jez. I hope the Panto wasn't too painful for you last night. Yeah. So, I mean, it's kind of what we expected, to be fair. Like, and I think Ecuador can quite easily play this out. If you know what I mean, Bob. Because like I can see it quite easily, like Ecuador just play it past their way around this, and they don't have to really apply any pressure. To be fair, the penalty was definitely deserved, blatant penalty. Can't really argue that. Qatar just don't have any quality up for me up front. They just don't. They look very toothless, and they're very and like you said earlier, very clumsy in defense. Yeah, big up Miss Mel for half time, obviously. Yeah, it's kind of what we expected, to be fair. As much as I'm always wanting to see the host nation try and get a win or try and cause an upset, because it is their host, it is their trying to shine in the finals. But I'm sorry, this Qatar team, which apparently has only been a couple of years old, to be fair, this team is nowhere near the levels of a World Cup. Nowhere near the levels. I mean, what rate, like what league would you put them at? I wouldn't even put them at I'll put them at Championship, like at best.
Championship or top League One?
Yeah, that was what I was thinking, because at the moment it just doesn't. Right, so this ball comes in, this ball comes in way onside. Look at that. Bang, straight. That header. That is what you call a powerful header. Right? And Qatar, watch this. Bang, smack. Direct. Placed it well. Plenty of power. Right? Gave the keeper absolutely no chance. Even the dog's bloody agreeing in the background. Right?
Those aren't even my dogs. Those are my neighbours' canines.
Fucking hell. But yeah, you can see absolutely dominant, and just you can see Ecuador even in the middle of the pitch. They're getting chopped up by Qatar because Qatar just are not at the same levels. See, look, Qatar nearly lose the ball there, right, and take down the Ecuadorian player.
Yep. 1 minute.
Who's that number 13? Who's that number 13 actually? Who went off
For who?
injured?
Ecuador?
Yeah.
That's Enner Valencia, the goal scorer.
Oh shit! Oh shit! If he goes injured, then they're mate, that'd be such a blow as well. That should have been a goal. I'm sorry. Qatar, if you wanted one moment, if you wanted to score one goal, that was it there. You had to score that. I could honestly see that be the only chance they get to score a goal in this World Cup. I'm not joking. Like Senegal, I don't think they're going to get much. Even with Mane out, like they'll still struggle to beat them. Netherlands, oh fuck knows what the Netherlands are gonna do to this side. Qatar side, they're gonna destroy them. Absolutely destroy them.
Yep. They're showing replays now of the offside goal. I think now that I know that it was a
so close.
Yeah.
Good eye judgment, mate. Obviously your specs are working. My name. I've got specs. I should be wearing them to be fair, but...
Yeah, exactly. I think as long as VAR is involved and it's that stage, you've got to assume that the... seriously, he does look more like Steve Clark than Eric Ten Hag, but once again, it's Rooney, Campbell and Perez in the studio. I cannot unmute it, I'm afraid, because, I mean, I certainly loved watching two of them.
Hang on. But smarter for the Ecuadorians, they should go with more, and Senegal's flying high, and Wolves go more expensive. Portugal.
54% possession for Ecuador.
You
think
put in
Qatar
like so many teams. What do you mean exactly, buff? Right. Oh, my mum's been watching that on the BBC. SAS. Like the origins of it. Oh.
I can never ever imagine Perez without that trademark long hair of his. Now it looks as though his hair's receding a bit.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It is, but mate, he's fuck. This leg's really full of fluid, bruv.
Which one, right or left?
Left.
Oh, fucking hell.
Doesn't get any easier, bruv. Really don't. Oh well, we'll just carry on where we are. I'll just carry on until I fall apart, you know.
Is there anyone in the studio?
What's that?
Is there anyone backstage?
No, well, like Luga's been ducking and diving for the last 5 minutes before the game reached half time. So I put in the private chat. He came in the chat, and I was like, I said half time. Do it at half time, obviously. And then he hasn't turned back up for half time. I don't know why. But there you go. Anyway, if anyone, like I said, if anyone does want to come on, got the link in the chat. I might put the link in again for you guys. You're more than welcome to have your say. Obviously for Harmony. Anytime I'll put the link in as well, and we'll just have a general chat about how we think the start of the World Cup's been.
You know, the worst part about tomorrow, England are playing Iran. I won't be able to see the first half because I'll be working. Dang.
Oh,
It is what it is.
I might need to ask someone else to help us. I might send you a link halfway through, mate.
Yeah, by all means.
Well, actually, I'll send you a
Start at
link in
6.
the morning, and you just come in when you want, because you're a regular
Yeah,
co-host, so you got access no matter, to be fair. Got so much audio in. Oh, sure you can mute it for 5 minutes, can you?
Mute what?
No, talk in the chat. Yeah, well, at least this match fixing scandal ain't gonna happen, is it? By the way, if they actually do win 3-2 Qatar, then you can definitely tell it's fixed. Can't buy everything. 7 a.m. for England for me, mate. Then what? Yeah, bruv. If you wanna, obviously get up for that, and I'll be up for, obviously it's 1 p.m. here. And if you wanna join Moss on the Watchalong for the Iran game, you're more than welcome to. I will be joining Senegal versus Netherlands. Yeah, Netherlands.
Yep.
Netherlands. I need to look at the actual times that is. I was thinking, I was just about to type in doing another watch along for tomorrow, but then I realised Saeed wanted to do it, so might do what I might do is I might do Wales in USA.
Wales and USA would be good.
But then, to be fair, I said I'll go and say each watch along, so you know what I mean. So it might just be a bit. I've got enough already. Right. So yeah, tomorrow England. I'm at 1 p.m. Right, and then I'm on straight after at 4 p.m. With the Netherlands game. Oh fuck! No time to make the dinner that I wanted. Fuck. USA and Wales. Yeah, I'll leave the Wales game out. I'm not gonna fucking do that at that time. 7 p.m. on the F1 channel. I'm doing a quick review. I might do it just over half an hour, just to give my thoughts on it. There you go. Unfortunately, Hamilton's for one race per season for the last 14 seasons. He's done that from the very start of his career. No other driver in history has gone 14 seasons in their campaign from the very start till now, to now, winning one race per season every season. Not even Michael Schumacher, right? Not any of them, right? Yep. Unfortunately, now because of a hydraulic problem right at the end, but obviously his best chance was Brazil last weekend, until Max decided he's just gonna on the restart run into him because he just can't accept when enough's enough. It meant that he's lost that record now. I think it was gonna go at some point. But yeah. But he'll be back next year, I'm sure. And if they're not going to give him that title, he's going to fucking win it off of them.
Yep. Anyway,
They
the
should have
teams are back
fucking
on the
give it-
field for the second half, and no changes have been made so far. Bit of a surprise, but we will see. Seriously, he does look a lot more like Steve Clark than Ten Hag to me, at least from where I'm looking at it.
I think he looks a bit like both, to be fair.
No, because Ten Hag's eyes aren't so wide, you see.
Oh, right. I didn't know.
And
I don't know.
Ecuador.
I don't study Eric Ten Hag that much, bro. I'm not Man United.
Just kicked off. Ecuador attacking from left to right,
Yep.
and it's been pushed forward.
Do you know what I
And,
love about BBC and to ITV? We're all live at the same time.
Yeah, I'm glad that we're live now because I'll tell you one thing. Whenever we've done the watch-alongs for the Premiership games, it's been awful, you know? And
Do you know what? It's not going to come on at full time. Right? You've been in and out to come on at half time, and now you want to come on at full time.
well, it's better. At least he's not going to get interrupted. But just a reminder of the team lineups and
it's all the same lineup, isn't it?
Yeah, same lineup.
There's no changes.
Nope, but they
Hang
have
on,
been.
I can show you. I can show you the changes now, mate. Yeah, there's still. Look at that. They're playing 5-3-2, and they're getting piped.
Yep.
Standard 4-4-2, which the standard 4-4-2 usually works in World Cups. To be fair.
Exactly. And Estupinian and Preciado have been really good down the wing whenever they bombed forward, along with Plata and Ibarra.
I don't want to see 3 at the back tomorrow. I don't want to see 3 at the back. If you play 3 at the back against fucking Iran, I'm going to go and lose my shit. You should not be playing 3 at the back against Iran. I don't fucking care. You should be playing 4-2-3-1 at the bare minimum, taking them to the bloody sword. Absolutely
completely agree.
Them.
The only problem is knowing Southgate as well as we all do, he will play 3 at the back, and with Kyle Walker out, it's going to come down.
Explains why he's got to go, mate. And that's probably why, half of me wants us to completely fuck this up. Completely, right? So he gets out.
Yeah. So if he decides to
then
go with 3
try and survive another 4 years.
Yeah, but then if he decides to go with 3 at the back with Kyle Walker out against Iran, the question is, does he go with Connor Cody or Ben White along with Stones and Maguire? I'd like to see him go with Cody, to be honest.
Mate, I'm not bothered as long as it. I'm not going to check my fantasy team because obviously this game doesn't affect it yet.
I understand that. I do.
Here's my fantasy team actually. I think. Let me look up on my phone. FIFA World Cup plus my team. My team is Lloris, Martinez, Laporte, Militao, Christensen, De Paul, Casemiro, Kimmich, De Jong, and Neymar and Messi up top.
Why you'd pick Lloris and goals beyond me?
The goalkeeper on the sub bench is some fucking, I think, from Qatar or something like that.
You've got Al-Sheeb as your backup keeper?
No, he's from Croatia actually. He's in the Croatian team. It's Moroccan.
Livakovic.
No, Koji. He's one of the other options that no one cares about.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to use. You're not going to use him anyway. So, and then I've got Sterling, Ramsey, and Trippier on the bench. Messi's my captain for the first game.
Whenever I've tried to do these fantasy league teams, I've always come across it. So I've decided. So I've decided no more of that nonsense. I have a lot of I don't want to waste my time and energy on that and not
You
get
do
the
know you
reward I
could have won a
deserve.
prize if I did my one.
I could have lost it as well, but
Well,
um,
look, all the link. If you haven't joined yet, the code is in my video description. I will also post it up tonight online. I should have done that last night. I'll definitely do it tonight. Any team that anyone's got, you could just add it to the league, can't you? So add it straight in, and then we'll and so if there's anyone who wins at the end, I'll send them a prize if I can. Because I still got to pay out for the Christmas ones actually. Christmas watchalongs actually. So who's top at Christmas? And then around Christmas time, I will do a draw. Live on the channel.
okay, so an attack down the left.
Down the
Another
left. Oh, square ball didn't go. That was a poor ball in my opinion.
some good defending actually. It was Abdul Karim Hassan who cut that out, and now Qatar have the ball. Preciado. And it's Homam Ahmed, another of the defenders, who passed it to Afif. The captain, Al Haydos, aiming for a pass forward, and he ends up finding...
Right.
Abdulaziz Hatem.
Right. Suhal Kassam. Suhal Kassam. You are top at Christmas. You are top at Christmas. So you win the top prize at Christmas, which I think is a £30 gift card.
Speculative shot there from Preciado.
So
not very precious. Went all the way over.
So if anyone knows him, Shal Kassam, can you get him to get in touch with me on Twitter or Instagram at SFeatley, and I'll ask him which gift card did you want? Like, you can have anyone he wants. I will also then look towards picking one at random for for everyone that's in the group. The winner of the top of the league, they won't get the main prize. And then I will also then ask who I'm going to ask. Oh yeah, then there's the members. Then there's the members one. Then there's the members one, isn't it? I've got to do a members draw as well. So anyone that's if you want to be in the members draw, you have to join the members subscription. So you have to join the membership. So click that join button. Do what Moss has done. Moss, big up yourself. Become a new I think what you became that or a Featley Fighter. Which one is? Let me have a look. Big up everyone that is watching, by the way. Big up everyone that is watching. Right, I love you all. Memberships. So yeah, he became a Featley warrior, bruv. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Featley warriors. We get another 5 more, I'll be able to start doing extra content on the channel for members only live streams, right? And you'll be invited once a month to come on them as a member, right? When I find the time, obviously, to do the Q&As. These will be sports Q&As. It's kind of like, so if you've seen Sarcasm CTV, kind of like the same when they did their sports Q&A. I did ask the idea. and he said he didn't mind. I can come back full time and give more thoughts on the game. Win predictions. Well, Luca, you might not have won this prediction. You might still win the others. There's still loads to go yet. Yeah, Moss FC is 5th. But that does, but shot is saved. Cleared away by Qatar. Again, Qatar leaving Ecuador wide open for a shot. And it's a throw-in on that far corner. But a very good save by the keeper. 10 for Ecuador, cuts in, tries to bend it, and the keeper does very well. Yeah, look. So look, mate. Anyone. The top. How the draw works is basically whoever's won the league at Christmas is not in the draw because they've already won a prize. Okay, and then obviously, and there's another red card for There's another yellow card. Sorry, for Mendez now. There's a lot of yellow cards in this game. Then obviously, how do I put this? Is all the rest that finish below him, right, from in that league, you will be I'll randomly land my mouse on one lucky viewer, and then that one lucky viewer from 2 to 12, or 2 to however many we've got, will be selected and win a is basically a raffled member prize, a raffle prize, which is like a £20 gift card. And then if you want to, and because you're now a member, Moss, you also join the members live stream, and the members, you get a chance to win a £10 gift card, especially if you didn't win the other one. But yeah, Suhal Kassam is Kassam I'm looking for. If anyone knows Kassam, please get into contact me on Instagram or Twitter. Otherwise, I can't send him his prize.
Stephen, what did I miss?
Good save by the keeper. Like Ecuador left wide open. Qatar left wide open again. Ecuador number 10 tried to bend it in the corner, and he missed it. I believe it's Ibarra tried to bend it in there. Mendez has now picked up another yellow as well. 5 yellow cards already in this game. I didn't know
3 for Qatar.
I didn't know you could put the whole team. Sorry.
3 for Qatar, 2 for Ecuador, right?
Yeah. It's 2 for 3 for Qatar, 2 for Ecuador, and as you can see that everyone's allowed on the bench.
Coming up to the hour mark, this could be the time when substitutions are made.
Especially if you want to rotate. If I was Ecuador, thinking in the next game, I'd want to rotate. This one's in the bag, to be honest.
But what's their next? Who are they playing against? Because if they're playing a top team, I'm not too sure that rotation is the best policy.
I would say so, because you get plenty of rest. They're playing Netherlands on Friday.
You mean this coming Friday?
This coming Friday.
Oh, for Pete's sake!
Mate, 2 groups are being played per day, apart from
obviously not today.
Obviously not today and tomorrow, because obviously you got the rest of Group A and B's games tomorrow, right? But Group C, Group D are being played on the Tuesday. Wednesday Right, Thursday, fucking hell. Thursday, I'm going to try and get back as quickly as I can for 4 p.m. If not, I won't be able to do one stream on that because obviously we got I could do it at a hospital to be fair. I could watch it to be fair. But yeah, so I could do one watch along for that. So it's topsy turvy in terms of that's why in terms of the other shows that we do, the Hot Off the Press show, the Arsenal Gossip column, not until later in the tournament will I'll start those shows up again. At the moment, for this week and next week, they are cancelled. They are not. They're not happening.
Right.
And I'm
Looks as
hoping
though
to
some
get other
substitutes are
YouTubers to come on.
There are some subs are warming up right now. It looks as though we could see a substitution. It's Preciado, who's had a terrific game so far. Has he done his hamstring, I think? He's limping now, grimacing, as you can see. And it is, in fact, Preciado who is on the floor. I wonder if he's going to be replaced because he's had a fine game so far. Down at right back with that brilliant cross for Ecuador's second goal. It remains to be seen who could possibly come on for him. Angelo Preciado, the precious angel, as it were. My precious.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that.
Bugger off. You just don't appreciate comedy.
I do appreciate comedy. That ain't comedy. That's just being overtly creepy. Header, and it's wide by Qatar.
And that was Pedro Carvalho. His nickname is Roro. Did you know that? Now that was needless. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I was wondering if it was that Qatar guy again. Oh no, there he is. QATECU guy. Sorry, I just saw him.
No, I think that actually went beyond him before he could come in. So
that was
there for Galindez to deal with.
So who would I compare that to? Willian?
Maybe. Of course, Willian Borges is no longer a Brazilian international. Thank goodness for that. Neither, for that matter, is David Luiz. But Luiz, of course, did win the Copa Libertadores with Flamengo.
Yeah, right, lovely.
Joining a list of special players to have won both the Champions League and the Copa Libertadores.
It's thanks to Mane I started knowing a bit more about that tournament, to be fair.
Yep.
That and FIFA as well. Just FIFA started including it on their games.
An infringement there, and it looks as though.
To be fair,
Ecuador
people said they've not gone all out. The people have said that FIFA have not gone all out on their game. Maybe the career mode for the women's, I do get it, because like I wrote down this number of transfers that I could do to the women's team, and there was no like all the people that were the top rated. Some were either PSG, Lyon, or Barcelona. If it weren't there, right, or any of the England clubs, they weren't included. There wasn't any other team that was included. It was just free transfers. So yeah, they could have done a bit more on that, and maybe made a career mode for the women, so you could be a women's manager, a women's team manager. Could have done that, but yeah, they've played like you could tell the
given away by Qatar, so Ecuador can be on the attack.
Yeah.
You were saying
the sports music for that, or the music for that game, they're using some of the tracks from previous games. So Don't Call Me Malice for FIFA Football 2004. As what's another one all the way from 2001.
Mm-hmm.
There's another one from 2002. Yeah, and you got Black and Gold, I think it's from that FIFA 9, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so you've got a load of music from different games throughout the years. Avicii's the Knights, for example. Yeah, so and plus now they've also added the World Cup content on the FIFA game as well, so you can play with Qatar. You can play the 2022 World Cup. They just didn't include it on the career mode, so we didn't have the break. So, like in the career mode, you don't have the break. You just carry on playing throughout November, December.
I get that. I'm not sure Ecuador will want to see out the game, though, Matthew. They're going to want to score at least one more goal. I mean, it would suit me fine if they do, because I predicted a 2-0 win, but obviously they're going to want to make the result more emphatic and say, you're not going to try and get us to throw a match for money. Cheating scum.
I mean, you looked at it back when they looked at Uncensored, like on that documentary, right?
Mm-hmm.
We were supposed to have 2018, and USA should have got 2022. If it was all voted fairly.
Yep.
But that bull prick called
Septic bladder.
Decided I'm going to take payments from other people to buy their freaking just don't even go there. It's interesting how they got that powerful though, and how he got into power at FIFA. It is interesting. But when you saw obviously Qatar came out for 2022, you knew 2018 and 2022 picks have been fucking right. They've been swindled.
It looks as though the third member of Brighton's Ecuadorian contingent will be coming on.
Yeah,
or the Ecuadorian Brighton contingent. Sarmiento will be coming on for the number 10, Ibarra, who I think probably run himself into the ground, but he will have a role to try to add some freshness maybe into
that's
the
what
attack.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I think Ecuador can now look towards the next game.
They could, yeah.
There's any threat, to be fair. They're not.
Yeah.
So I would seriously doubt they even score a goal in this game.
Yeah. Jeremy Sarmiento on for Romario Ibarra, a midfielder for a midfielder, like for like. So some fresh legs there. So they're not going to see out this game. They're going to want to try and get at least a third goal. And I take Matthew's point when he says it's job done because Qatar haven't offered anything. But still, given Ecuador, I'm sure they're not going to want to rest on their laurels. You can't rest on your laurels when it's the World Cup. You can't. Preciado now. Passes it back to Mendes. And it's with Hincapi now. Back to Mendes. Felix Torres. And after some rather neat interplay now, it's Miguel Estrada who has it all the way with Preciado now on the wing. Lovely forward pass, but it might be too far. Excellently kept in, though. And,
that's surely a foul, isn't it? No, it's not getting a foul.
No, just maybe a barge over, and that was some good defending there by Abdul Karim Hamad.
Yeah, maybe.
But now it is back with Preciado. Felix Torres again.
Enna
Valencia.
You better
all the way to
get it out to King and more.
Gonzalo Plata. Trying to serve it up on a platter. Trying to serve that up on a platter, but couldn't quite do that.
I think Saeed joined it. I think C joined it. Like anyone who hasn't joined the World Cup Fantasy League, the link's below in the video description. Go do it now, right? Obviously, if you've done your team, you're not missing out. Obviously, so go and do it right now. Anyone is because if you've got your team, all you have to do is just add
Now
it to the league.
Sarmiento's into the game right now, winning that
I think
ball and
everyone's
passing
done
all the way onto the
anyway.
left.
So I'm gonna post it up tonight, Moss. Don't worry. I'll post
Free
it
kick
all up
to
tonight.
Ecuador. Casiedo brought down.
And I tell you what, Moss, if I don't, right, do me a favour, bruv. If it gets later on in the evening and I ain't fucking done it, call me on Insta
Right.
and tell me to do it. Like,
Right.
so I make sure I do it on the community tab.
Right.
But I want to big up all the members that are here at the minute. So we've got Footmoss, obviously just joined. Miss Melina, who's been for a month already. King's
Whipped
Football
into the
Show.
penalty area.
King's Football Show. 14 months and a member. 14 months he's been a member. Right? Big up to you. And it's a 5 at a time, so that's what?
Double substitution for Qatar now. It looks as though the captain, Al Haydos, will be coming off. And he passes it to the goalkeeper, Saad El Shaib.
So 14, 5 or 14, 10, 50, 50, 52.
And it's
54.
the experienced defender, Mohamed Wad, who comes on. And Mohamed Muntari, the number 9, is on for Al Muiz Ali. So double substitution now for Qatar in a desperate attempt to try and get at least a consolation. Preciado with the throw-in. And that is the number 7, Estupinian, Brighton and Hove Albion boy, of course, to his club teammate, Sarmiento, trying to weave his way through. Some fancy footwork there. And he was, in fact, impeded, but trying to play the advantage. Felix Carvalho wasn't interested in that, but what could you do? And that was Pedro Carvalho, mind you. Yep, clearly a trip up. Lost his balance. And he wins the free kick. Stephen, you're on mute, mate.
Interesting opportunity for Ecuador here. Possibly to seal it. Seri Minto, another seagull on the pitch. Yeah, man. Another seagull on the pitch. The Zerbi will be very positive about that. I think, to be honest, most people saying, "Oh, I want my team is like then Arsenal players are all good and all healthy and all." You know what I mean, right? I would rather get them playing a couple of games in this tournament, not all of them, but a couple of them. So then that way they're not losing match fitness, if you know what I mean.
I would agree with that completely. I mean, the worst thing for any player would be to be called up to a squad and not get any game time. I don't see Ramsdale getting any game time. Saka should certainly play a lot more. And as for Ben White,
will he do that over Grealish and Sancho? I don't think he will.
No, I disagree, because here's the thing: in the Euros, if you remember correctly, Saka, of course, didn't start the first 2 games, but in the third game, he played the third game though, and ended up being man of the match. And Southgate ended up picking him for the rest of the tournament, with Grealish staying on the bench. So you never know what can happen. The dynamics of a tournament can change everything.
Well, I've got serious doubts of him, and he's just not sure. That's all.
Yeah. Well, at the moment, the substitutions don't seem... I mean, they probably slowed down the pace a little bit. And certainly Ecuador are trying to find something out of it. But Miguel Torres, again, winning the ball, but then putting it out of play.
Where was Sketch? Is it coming? Yeah, that's why I said 2-0, bro. I think I said 2-0.
Moss, sorry about that, sir. It's going to be 2-0. No goal for Qatar. And now Qatar can come away now. It's the number 14.
One day they just go for it, you know, by the kitchen sink, get lose. Lose trying.
Attack now down the right. But switches back to the left. Homam Ahmed now, who's gone all the way down, overlapped. Mohamed Wad jumping in, the substitute. Ahmed Hafif over the bar.
Thief! Oh, it's over the bar. Over the bar. The Qatar, man.
Akram Hafif there, always rising, never going to trouble the
Always
goalkeeper.
rising. Right.
But hey, at least he was able to give the Qatar fans behind the goal something to do.
Catch. Yeah. Edmond says he got work to do in January. Yeah, man, you got some work to do, bruv. Sketchy pen. You're gonna need to get Eddie out to get some signings, bruv.
Another substitution for Ecuador. Looks like it's a defender coming on. The number 5, Jose Cifuentes, who plays for Los Angeles FC. Gareth Bale's teammate.
Oh, mate,
Valencia will be coming on.
Valencia is run out, man. Valencia don't look fit. If he's out, then fucking hell, it's so close between several.
No, but here's the thing. He's had a great game.
I think it's only a knock. I think it's a knock. I don't think it's out. I think that's something he can work off over the next couple of days while everyone
exactly.
Else is
He'll work it off. He scored 2 tonight. He's done his job.
Yeah, I don't think it's that serious. Because they need when they play, because it's going to be between them and Senegal, right?
Exactly.
They need him for that game. Game against Senegal.
Exactly.
They need him.
It's a midfielder, actually, Jose Cifuentes, who's come on. And I suppose
he's got a bit more conservative now.
Yep, shutting up shop with about 13 minutes to go. 13 and a half, in fact, plus stoppages.
You know what? Anyone who wants to come on now, just come on. There's like literally 30 minutes left. Isn't there?
Yeah. Well, maybe in about 10 minutes they'll come on and we'll have a little bit of a chin wag.
Yeah, we'll have a bit of a chin wag about 10 minutes or 15
but
minutes
now,
or so after.
Obviously, Abdul Karim Ahmed there, who's Abdul Karim Hassan, who's probably been one of Qatar's best players tonight. Impressive in defense, but now it's the number 19 from Ecuador, Gonzalo Plata, who's down. And a yellow card for Qatar to Akram Afif. Stepping on his foot there. Easy yellow card. As yellow as Gonzalo Plata's shirt. And Afif, you're in the book, son.
There's another one.
Boom, boom, boom. Another one's in the book. Boom, boom, boom. Another one's in the book.
Don't destroy Queen songs, man. Honestly.
What's it to you, son? And I'm not destroying them. If anything, I'm providing a new tone with a bass voice.
Help.
And it's just as well that you probably wouldn't love me that much because too much love will kill me.
Oh.
What can I say? I possess a kind of magic.
Mum.
Okay, an attack over here. Went off Sarmiento's shoulder. He can score. No, over the bar.
Over the bar.
But it was offside anyway. Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
Me.
Excellent work down the left over there. And probably Sarmiento had just strayed offside at that particular moment. Claiming the offside. And
nothing but
should have kept the shot down, but it wouldn't have counted anyway. But he knew how close he was to scoring.
Lovely vitamin C. Should have bought more of these. Have a litre bottle anyway.
You must always make sure you have your vitamin C. You see?
Problem is, once you've opened them, you've got to literally drink them in about 4 or 5 days. Especially the litre bottles. So you have to like drink about 200 mils every day for the next 4 days.
Yep.
Otherwise you'll go off. Actually, to be fair, I've had it when it's about 5-6 days off, and it's gone past 5-6 days or 7 days, and it's been
Excellent
fine.
work over there. Cifuentes, the substitute, coming in.
Out wide. Is it going to go out wide? And is he going to bring it back in? No, he'll just. This is the thing. They'll just toy with him now. Toy with him.
Cifuentes now, and it's through. But Al-Sheeb had that covered.
Al-Sheeb had that covered.
And that was served up on a platter for Gonzalo Plata, but couldn't quite get to it.
Hello.
And who's joining us now?
We got more.
Luca. Buonasera.
Right.
Come va? Bene?
How are you? Bene?
Oh,
How are you,
I don't
man?
know where I should let this one on, but there you go. She should be.
Hi.
What are you doing on?
I found my way back on here, but I only
You're a devil. You are.
There's only so much sleeping you can do all day, but I only came on for a little bit to say Qatar play like Tottenham. They're garbage. They don't know how to play football. But I also wanted to say there's 10 Arsenal players who have called up for the World Cup, representing 7 nations, and I want them all to come back to the Emirates with no injuries, please. And we're very proud of everyone who is selected. And next season, Gabriel Magalhaes, hopefully he's selected. And the other thing I wanted to say was Jadon Sancho is doing what I'm doing, sitting on his ass at home, when he made fun of Saka last season, saying how many goals did you get, and now he's at home on his ass.
Oh, Sancho's not even in the squad, is he?
Nope.
Yep.
No, it's not.
England are the best team is playing tomorrow, England, but the world's greatest team is Canada, and we're gonna win the World Cup. So make sure to support Canada. And
hey, Mel,
before I get kicked off this platform, I want to say, make sure to like the video. This channel is a charity-based channel for children with liver disease, and the proceeds from this channel, percentage, goes to the UK Children's Liver Disease Foundation. You can become a member like me and be a Featley fighter or Featley warrior, and the money helps save children's lives who are struggling with their health.
Exactly. And what I will say now is that everything you said is spot on, and it's the thing I would want is our players to get a couple of games to stay match fit, but not play like the whole tournament, if I was being selfish in that way. And to be fair, we did a snake draft with Moss last night. I did Jonathan David as one of my scores.
Yeah, from Canada, Jonathan David.
And I got Canada as one of my teams as well.
Wow. So, shout out Moss. Hope you're well. He's also from Canada.
Yes, he was gutted he didn't get Canada because I took it from him. So.
But thanks for having me on, Stephen and Manny.
Yeah,
and Luca. You. Good luck with the rest of your show.
Yeah, definitely. Now, like you said in a private message as well, and I won't reveal it now, but like when you come back, like we'll make sure we get that all sorted.
Yeah, we have big plans for the channel once I'm able to talk properly and be back on my feet again.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
Have a good rest of your evening, everybody. Bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
À bientôt. Au revoir. Bonne chance.
Au revoir. Right. I'm going to put it back like that. Right. Luke, what did you make of it?
To be honest, right, the World Cup starts, right, and I've never seen so much drama from Qatar, right?
Drama?
Qatar, yeah, 3 minutes, right, during into the game, right, it all kicked off with controversial VAR, Qatar's goal, right? And for me, right, Qatar, not to disrespect them, right, and I hope people
Okay, an opportunity here for Ecuador, and
No,
gone out
it's
of
over
play.
there. Yeah,
But
gone
the
out of
thing
play.
is,
Go on.
the thing is, right? Qatar are cheats, right? And I hope I don't offend any Qatar fans in the chat, right? But the thing is, they are cheats at the end of the day. Like all they do is just moan, whine, and cry, and all
What?
that stuff. No, honestly, they do. They are cheats, right? And they should never.
At what
host
point have they cheated in this game, bruv?
They cheated, mate,
When?
because they were cheating in the game, right? Like all they were doing was moaning about.
What were
the
they
referee.
What were they doing in the game?
They were moaning at the referee, saying about just about this VAR situation, all this goal situation, mate.
Well, it was cancelled out. It was offside, mate.
I know it was.
Yeah, well,
was
a through
offside.
pass there could led to a goal.
What are you on
Beautiful
about?
pass over there.
Yeah, but they're
And
so,
it was the number 9, Mohamed Montari,
they're
no relation to
so
Sonny
bad at
Montari,
football. They're so
who
bad.
caught that, and he spotted the
hang on,
goalkeeper
hang on.
Galindez off his line.
I'm gonna just put it like this, because what point have they cheated?
They cheated because for me,
How?
all they did was literally just like they were just like fouling everyone and all that. Literally, like it's just like they should never
It's
host.
a football match. If it's a foul, they
No, it
get a
is.
booking.
I know it is. I know it is.
So if
Yeah,
Arsenal
but
fouled one of our players when we get back, and Arsenal fouled one of their West Ham's players in Boxing Day, is that us being cheats then?
No, it's not.
There you
But
go
for
then. So what are you moaning about?
Qatar shouldn't host the World Cup.
yeah, but
Oh fuck
you
it!
boys just
Here we go.
No,
I'm
you
not
boys
having
just
this
missed a
bullshit.
terrific highlight.
I'm not in this
Okay, boys,
bullshit again.
you just missed a terrific highlight. A few minutes ago, there was a brilliant through ball from the back, which
Yeah.
found Mohamed Montari. He saw the keeper off his line and thought he could chip him, but the shot just went over.
Just went over the bar.
That would have been a brilliant goal. Let me
If
tell you the truth.
honestly, if you're thinking that they shouldn't hold the World Cup, why are you watching it?
Because I want to watch the World Cup. There's something to
Then
watch.
stop moaning about it. Then
Well, we can't do anything about it. But what I'm
you
saying
can't
is,
sit there and moan about them holding the World Cup and then watch it at the same time.
well, you sort of
You
can.
can't.
Because for me, the World Cup shouldn't have been in the winter. But we
Yeah,
can't do
well-
about it. You know what I mean?
Oh fuck me! What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
We can't
it's done.
I believe a
complain.
corner's been awarded.
It has.
It's done. So stop
So
moaning
this
about
is-
it.
This is going to be interesting. Gonzalo Plata trying to serve it up on
I
a
think
platter.
this has been a good game of football, to be honest. I think everyone
Yes.
needed to do. Like Qatar have had a few opportunities and probably should have scored a 1 or 2. And yeah, it's been a nice, decent opener to the tournament.
I think it's been an all right game.
Yeah, quite
Exactly.
decent in many ways.
Moaning needs to be done 4-6 years ago. Moaning should have been done when it was first announced.
It's all about the money, mate. That's why they're hosting it in Qatar.
Yeah, I was seething when it was announced it was going to Qatar because I was thinking this country haven't even
Yeah.
qualified for a World Cup. And that was when you moan about it. But as the years go by, you realize you can't change it.
You
People
can't
wouldn't change it.
where
So
are we gonna go?
you get along with it. And so we
Yeah.
all have to find a way to go on with it. You know, I was
Here's,
doing
here's
this-
another thing as well. Here's another thing as well, right? Right. Right. I find it hilarious is that people want to sit here and moan about it, but then presenters go out to the BBC and present it and host it, right? Pundits go and pundit on it, though they're complaining about this, that, and the other, right? You don't complain about India's human rights, do you? You don't complain about anyone else's.
double substitution for Ecuador right now.
Right.
It looks as though
Right. Now, if you actually wanted to say that they tried to buy out Ecuador by let me have a look. What did I mention? Oh yeah, but actually came on and said this, which is what I said at the start of the game. Right, a huge scandal involved in Qatar accused of bribing Ecuador players, around 8 players, around $7.4 million to try and lose this game, which obviously Ecuador definitely turned down, right? Then you would have had an argument. But you went and complained about something during the game, so you got no argument.
You can say that. Yeah, but Stephen, you can say that whether it's not.
I can.
Right. Okay, boys. 2 announcements. There's been a double substitution for Ecuador.
Yeah.
Estrada and Caicedo are off. Kevin
you got 5
Rodriguez
minutes
and
to
Alan
stop.
Franco are on. And
I'll
there are
bring
5 minutes of
Caicedo to
added time.
Arsenal. I'll bring Caicedo to Arsenal right now.
Yeah,
Right.
but don't Blatter want to hold a World Cup? Didn't Blatter? Yeah, he wanted to hold a World Cup in every continent, and I think he's done that in the end. But
no, he hasn't held. He hasn't held one in Australia.
That's a good point. So we need to do one there.
And that is a country which is more deserving of hosting a World Cup because they've qualified for 4 World Cups before. Heck, even New Zealand have qualified for a couple of World Cups.
But in the end, like if you find it wrong that Qatar should be hosting this World Cup because it should be in winter, human rights, this, that, and the other, don't watch it then.
Yeah, well, here's the thing.
I don't watch it.
I'm not complaining. All I'm saying is I did.
No,
my
I'm not
moaning
saying
a few
you,
years
Manny.
ago.
I'm just saying like anyone that does do it.
Yeah.
I don't see why you have to spend your life moaning about things you're not going to change.
Look, we can't do anything about it at the moment. But what I'm saying is, like, a lot of people, including myself,
not in the moment. You're not going to change it full stop.
You can't change it. Once it's on, it's on. You have to deal with it.
There you go. So why are you worried about it?
The 99% of people won't be going to Qatar, of fans. 99% of people are hiding anyone in this country.
99, mate. People are already booking tickets, and then they're sitting there moaning about gay rights.
It's people who we know of 99% ain't going.
What?
Have you got to tell them how to run their country?
I know Static's out there right now, I believe.
Is he?
In fact, I think he told me he was going to Qatar, yeah. So that just lost your argument straight there. Mate, if you come with the evidence, you need to come with the evidence. You're going to start accusing Qatar of cheating. And
they are cheats, man.
How?
They don't know how to play football, right? And I'm not cussing them.
Fucking hell, mate. You told us how they are cheats. Go on.
I'll tell you why. Because at the end of the day, I'll say what I want to say, right? And the reason why is because they're cheats, right? All they do is just moan in this game around and all that stuff, moaning about the ref.
Mm-hmm. What else?
And for me, look, I know we can't get on. I know we can't complain at the moment right now because obviously this was organised.
So if someone moans about a referee in the Premier League, is that cheating?
Depending how it turns out in the game, depends if it's
VAR. So if Partey gets tackled down against West Ham when we play on Boxing Day, and West Ham moan about that penalty, is that West Ham cheating?
Not in that one, not in that circumstance. No.
Well, it's the same circumstance.
Look, they can't play football, right? And
they
don't
are.
get me wrong. Yeah, but I'm saying that they're not very good.
Yeah, they might not be very good because
they're going to finish with minus 12 points in this rate on goal difference.
So because they're not very good, you think they shouldn't be in it?
Well, if they have the right to host it, then fair enough, they should be in it. But what I'm saying is, Stephen,
South Africa weren't any good, and they didn't get out of their group, but they won a game. But because they're not good enough to get out of the group, should they have been allowed to host their World Cup?
for me,
Corner from Ecuador right now, boys. Corner from Ecuador.
Yeah.
And I think it was Rodriguez, the sub, who got his head to it but headed it wide. So that should be it. It won't be long now before the referee.
I mean, we don't fucking win the tournament, so why are we having the World Cup here?
No, we don't. But at the end of
Why
the day,
did we have the Euros at Wembley?
When's the last time the
when we
World Cup
didn't?
was in
Hang on. Well, hang on. Why did we have to win Euros at Wembley when we never bloody won it?
Akram Afif now taking the corner. This will probably be the last attack of the game.
I don't get it.
Felix Torres conceding that corner. Probably want to swing it in with his right foot. And that should be cleared. And that is it, boys. That is it. The first match of the tournament is over.
Game over.
The first FIFA World Cup of this year. 2-0.
Full-time 2022 FIFA World Cup Group A Matchday 1. Luca, just because they don't know that. Like, doesn't exactly like. Yeah, unfortunately, like Qatar, just were like Ecuador were just too strong for them and got the job done in the end. It's kind of an opening I was expecting, to be fair. They did have chances in that game. I do give them that. They did have a few chances in that game. Qatar.
Second day to have a shot on target, but that last one there from Mohamed Montari was probably the best. He caught the keeper off his line.
I think the one the header that I named as Nketiah, I think he should have done better with that one.
You know how he would have done better? He would have done better by actually waiting for the ball to come down and then trying to head it just as coming down. Because the problem is when you jump up when the ball's still in the air and it's still rising almost, you can't control it. So that's basic technique right there.
Mm-hmm.
But
like infancy needs to go away. Oh yeah, so Italy are not good enough to be. Are they cheap?
No.
Okay. All right. First of all, Mrs. Featley. Good evening, ma'am. How are you?
Oh no.
She's not listening. Trust me.
Oh.
Yeah, so your team's not good enough to win it. So if they manage to get in it, they'd be cheating. I'm gonna have it straight after this.
Right.
Yeah,
Speaking of Italy, they're playing a friendly tonight in Vienna against Austria, coached by a certain Ralph Rangnick. I'm not too sure we're going to be watching that match.
It's a pointless game.
Yeah.
Like the other night, they played Albania. I didn't even watch it. It's a pointless game. I would not watch a country that who you support in a World Cup that doesn't go to a major tournament in the friendly. Because it's pointless.
Okay.
It's like if someone supports France.
Do you know what? I would have liked to see Qatar win, get a result. I would like to see it.
It was Qatar's best chance to get a result today, and now in the next two games, they're not going to beat Holland and Senegal. No chance.
Luca. First of all, Mane's out. Second of all, like group stages can always throw up surprises. Remember Costa Rica in 2014? They topped the group. Right, so South Africa as well. No one gave them a hope in hell that they were going to win a game.
Yeah, that South Africa striker scored.
So there you go. So
yeah, and of course, don't forget 2002 Senegal themselves shocking the defending champions France.
If Senegal don't come out if Senegal don't come out like Ecuador did, firing almost straight out the block, could easily become banana skin. Right? It's like when we play Iran. Iran are a tricky side.
Iran not.
That's what?
Iran are rubbish.
Oh, fuck.
No, they're not. They've qualified for the last few World Cups.
Give me strength.
Yeah, but listen, Luca. I see that's
how are they? How are
Stephen, let me chime in here. Luca,
Let
you
me
need to calm down, all right, son?
Yes,
You
yes,
need to
let me
understand that
speak.
just because you don't get to see a lot of other teams playing, you can't just say that they're rubbish. I follow a
Yeah.
lot of Asian football. I can tell you that Iran have been good enough to qualify for the last few World Cups. Obviously, the days of yore when they had Ali Dai in their team are long gone, but they've obviously built a new team, and
They've
they
got a
punch
great
above their weight
record
in
going
Asia,
into.
and they.
Can I just make a point as well? Their last games going into this tournament. Trust me, mate, they're not fucking easy.
Of course, they're not
Far
easy.
from it. They've got a good record coming in. They've got a good winning run going into this tournament. Right?
Exactly.
It's a potential banana skin if Gareth Southgate doesn't get it right. I still think we'll
Exactly.
beat them, right? But it could
Exactly.
easily turn easily, and I've just lost power in my frigging mouse. It could easily end up being a banana skin. Right now, actually, I'm going to bring it up right now. I don't
What
even
makes you
care.
think,
I'm going
what
to do
makes
it
you,
right now.
Stephen, what makes you think it's going to be a potential banana skin? The only way it can be a potential banana skin is if
Look
Southgate-
at their last games going into this tournament, right? Here we go. Right? Let's bring
just make
this.
it a little bit bigger. Yeah, that's it.
Right, there you go. Right. Now, if anyone can't see it, sorry. Right. So they beat Algeria, right? They beat Uruguay. They drew with Senegal, right? You're telling me these teams are shit? Yeah. You're telling me these teams are shit, right? They drew with Senegal. They've beaten Uruguay. They beat the Arab Emirates. Right? They've drawn against Korea.
The thing is, yes, they got good results, Stephen. But the thing is,
if they sit deep and defend and play on the counter, they can be a potential banana skin. Which is why I don't want Southgate playing. He should be playing 4 at the back, right? A back 4, right? 4-2-3-1, and going for it.
Southgate needs to
Should
play.
not be playing 3 at the back.
Southgate cannot play 3 at the back. He has to play 4 at the back.
Right? Because you can literally see with this Uruguay. Uruguay didn't play a fucking look at the side. They played a full strength side and they still lost. You're telling me they're shit?
It's a one-off game, mate. Anyone can beat anyone.
It's World Cup, mate. Anyone can beat anyone.
We've seen shocks in the World Cup. South Korea beat Germany in the last World Cup. Every single team that has won a World Cup has been recent form, has been knocked out of the group stage. Can France get knocked out of the World Cup? Potentially, but I don't think they will. Yes, they're missing a couple of centre forwards. But
okay, so what do you think? Tuesday, you've got Argentina, Saudi Arabia, you've got Mexico, Poland.
Mexico, Poland could be. Mexico, Poland.
What about what do you make of Saudi Arabia then? Got there on their own merit.
Saudi Arabia, I haven't seen them play.
Okay. Have you seen Iran play?
Not really.
No. So are you coming to the same conclusion as you did with Iran about Saudi Arabia?
What do you think?
I'm thinking you do.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, right?
So you're saying Saudi Arabia are also shit because you ain't seen them?
Yeah, because I expect Argentina to win the game.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Because Argentina have got better players.
Yeah, well, but I didn't expect like Saudi Arabia get there on their own merit. Now, of course, their draw is very tricky for them, but they've got there on their own merit, right?
Yeah, but fair play to them. Yeah, that's good.
And I looked at their record, right? Their record's pretty good so far. Right?
Okay.
If you look at France's form has been poor. Germany's form's not been right.
No, it hasn't.
Right. You can say Netherlands' form's been better than
Netherlands,
this. Both of
Netherlands
those
can
teams.
get- I'm not being funny, way, but Holland could be a dark horse this season. I don't think they'll win it, but I think they have improved. You look at the Nations League, right?
See, Croatia beat Saudi Arabia, but only by 1 goal. 1 goal, right?
Who scored? Some.
Ecuador drew.
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia beat Australia. Right? That's what I'm saying. These sides might be going to sleep. You go to sleep on them, but their record going into World Cups might actually be a potential banana skin for teams if they don't take them seriously. It's why I take every single game seriously in the World Cup. The toughest tournament of all.
Yeah, it is the toughest. It is the toughest tournament. You know what I mean?
So you don't write anyone off. Not in hell.
But I understand that. France are not on the greatest form, but they're still a good team on paper, right? Benzema's out for the World Cup, and Nkunku's out for the World Cup.
Benzema's not completely out for the World Cup.
Is he not? I thought he was out for the whole World Cup.
No, he's only partly out.
So
He
partly
missed
out.
the first 2 games.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they would have changed him.
Yeah, Germany are, when you look at their squad, their defence is not all the way. Right?
Well, there you go then. So, like, I mean,
Well,
who else have we got in it? I mean, who else have we got in this group? Let me have a look.
Spain as well, right?
Spain's record, it's shit.
It's shit. Spain are not that great. You look at
So the Group E, I'm counting that as the group of death, right? So you've got Germany, Japan, Costa Rica, and Spain, right? Spain could easily lose to Costa Rica, right?
Joel Campbell's going to destroy Spain.
Uruguay, Korea Republic, Portugal, Ghana. I think Portugal won't even get out.
Portugal will get out.
No.
They will.
No. Do you know why?
Why?
You really think Fernandes is going to let it go?
Well, Bruno Fernandes is falling out with Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, not really. He just said, I'm focusing on this team. He didn't actually say anything about it, but everything that's in mind now. Absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, I can't. Yeah, but if you came on and said Qatar have been trying to cheat because they've been trying to bribe Ecuador's players, 8 of them, did you even know that happened?
I did.
So why didn't you say that?
Because
then you would have had an argument.
Then I didn't phrase it properly. That's why.
No, you went with something that happened in the game when there was nothing to be said in the game. It was just a general game. You just wanted to have a go at the fact they were shit.
Well, they're not. Well, the thing is, they're not that great.
Well, of course not. But you can't have a go at them saying they're cheats because they're not great. Right? First of all, they have the right to, if they've got the host to the World Cup, they have the right to it.
Fair enough. Right? You look at the previous World Cup tournaments, they have the right to do it. Look at Russia 2018. Did anyone complain about Russia 2018? No, they didn't.
I did.
England got to a semi-final of the World Cup.
But like I said in the end, if you're moaning about the fact that this World Cup being in the winter, this, that, and the other, do yourself a favour, stop watching it then.
Yeah, just about to say, I saw the save from Al-Sheeb. It was sort of a comfortable height for him, but still an important save because if Barra had scored, that would have been game set.
I'm going to end this right now, but I'll end this right now on this, right? If people don't like what's going on and don't have a problem with the World Cup, just don't watch it. Stop complaining. Life is too short to be fucking complaining. I fucking know that. I really know that right now. Just stop the complaining. I don't want to hear it. Right? You either watch it or don't. your choice. Right? I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna enjoy it. Right? Because that's probably my last World Cup coming. Right? And we just move and we have a good time with it. Right? So there you go. You okay, okay, Alfonso, okay for the Belgian game. Perfectly. But anyway, we're gonna leave it there. Make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the share. Manny, where can I find you, bro? Thanks again.
Well, you can find me on SFeatleyTV. I'm doing a few watch-alongs with our host over here for the World Cup. You can also find me on Hanno's Coach's Corner. I might be doing a watch-along with him one of these days as well. I do enjoy these watch-alongs a great deal. Shout out as well to other channels like Del Boy Gunner TV, Tony Claw Gunner TV, Danny AFC TV, all Arsenal-based fan channels. Also, Oris Talks Football. Huge shout out as well to Up the Cherries in All Departments, which is a Bournemouth-based fan channel. We are actually doing a World Cup preview/review show called World Cup Cherries, which is a bit of a take on the old Satan Greasy show that was popular back in the day on ITV. It'll be 4 of us. That's the 3 co-hosts, Craig Beasley, Matthew, and Sam Harrison, and myself. And we will be discussing the tournament so far and the games to come. And it will be quite wonderful. And other channels, if I haven't been able to shout you out, I'll send you a check in the post. And in the meantime, you can also catch me on Instagram at Manny Thangadurai 1981, full name and year of birth. Twitter, Thangadurai 1981, surname and my year of birth. Always happy to be, talking about football with like-minded people of all ages. We overcome our tribal nature of supporting our teams and unite behind our love of the game. And I would like to echo Stephen Featley's statement, maybe not echo it, but say this. I'm here to, not so much extol the virtues of the host nation, but just to enjoy the tournament as a footballing spectacle and just perform my duties, helping to bring this tournament to all of you who are watching, and thank you all for watching. So enjoy your Sunday evening. Have a good week ahead. Don't do anything I wouldn't do or anything Stephen wouldn't do for that matter. And on that note, I'm out.
Well, simple as that. Like I said, is like Qatar's had enough grief, right? Just let them have their let them have in the end, there's nothing we can change about it, right? There's nothing that's going to be changed about it, right? And I'm gonna let them enjoy their moment to shine in on the world stage, right? Even if it ain't the fact that they might not get to the next round, or even win a game, or even score a goal. Don't care. I think the Qatar fans are just happy that the fact that they've got the World Cup at their home nation. So there you go. So anyway, Luca, where can I find you?
Yes, subscribe to my channel, Luke AFC. Yes, it's been a pleasure to invite me on for a short watch along. Big up to SFeatleyTV and big up Manny as well. And just subscribe to the channel Luke AFC. We are 8 away from 2.5K. If we can get that, go back and watch my video from yesterday. That would be great if you can show the support. Follow me on Twitter, Martinelli AFC, and follow me on Instagram, official_Luca_Arsenal content. So there you go, mate. Thank you very much for inviting me on.
No worries. But anyway, we're gonna leave it there. Make sure you hit the like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow. Right? I'll be live at 7 with obviously the Grand Prix review. That'll be only about half an hour long. But in terms of the actual England game, we're live tomorrow, 12:30 p.m. start, build up, watch along to the England World Cup opening game against Iran. So until then, big up Moss, big up Mel, big up King, big up Bargav, big up Luke Morrison, Matt as well, and all the other members as well. Big up Colonel Ward, who's also popped into the chat as well. Big up everyone that's been in the chat, everyone that's a member. Please do join the membership. It's really important you do so. Right, it just helps donate to the charity, and do hit that donation link if you can and donate wherever you can. Until then, take care. Bye.